It begins like this. Basic research to cope with the space age we're living in. Concerned with utility, style, designers, engineers. New materials are the things that people really want. That's the basic problem.
Hey, cool Cleveland. My name is R.A. Washington, and I'm a member of the Afrofuturist collective Mourning and BLKstar.
How's the tour going so far? How's it been for you?
The tour's been great. A lot of cool shows and good energy. You know, we get along very well, so it's a lot of good jokes. We've been playing well. The show's been really good. People seem to be receptive to the new work, so it's been good. Been good.
Have you had a favorite location so far where you played?
The show at the Kennedy Center probably is a highlight, just because how well it sounded in the space and how great the employees that are working there are. You know, it's important to remember that a lot of times the employees are just following orders. You know, so we all know about the turmoil of the Kennedy Center and what Trump has done. But it's important to remember that people actually work there and they're not necessarily in line with those policies. They're just trying to do a good job. They were awesome hosts, the staff. Last night we played in Holyoke, Massachusetts. And that was just a great environment. You know, all the shows are really fun, so.
I've seen that you've described America as a cultural paradox. So I was wondering if you could expand a little bit on that thought.
Well, actually, the word paradox is not the word we use. Somebody's editing that because the word that we actually use on our website is apocalypse.
Well, okay, that completely changes the quote that I'm referencing then. Okay. So can you expand on that thought then?
Anytime that you don't address or acknowledge your history, it leads to a collapse in this country because its history hasn't been acknowledged by the people since the start of the country. The killing of Native Americans, stealing of the land, the enslavement of African American people, disenfranchisement of women and minorities, you know, the constant danger that queer and trans folks are facing. I mean, we believe that consumer capitalism is going to lead to an apocalyptic scenario, like any Hollywood blockbuster movie. We're on a path to ruin, and we might take the whole planet with us. So I think it's coming from that point of view. Yeah, I could say more, but I don't think I need to. Cool Cleveland, you guys tend to have a good audience. You know what I'm talking about.
So what would you describe as some of your biggest influences behind your newest album?
I wouldn't say that there was a specific influence that was pushing us musically for this album. We kind of pull from the entire range and history of Black American music. That DNA and those influences are kind of baked in. They're part of a genetic memory. We wanted to make sure that it was a succinct, just making a succinct and sincere statement was the main goal on my part. But again, you know, I'm only 1/7 of the collective, so maybe somebody else would think of some other things, but you're only talking to me today, so that's fine.
How do you think your message that the band as a whole has been trying to push forward has been received so far?
I don't know if anybody is concerned with how it's being received. That's not like up to me or up to any of us. We just are attempting to be earnest and sincere with ourselves and collaborate fully and leave it there.
How is it being 1 out of 7 collaborators?
I believe collaboration is important in life, but I feel like everything in society should work that way. You know, it's unfortunate that we don't truly have a democratic process where there could be critical debate and an exchange of ideas and a healthy dialogue amongst peers and a respect across value systems and points of view. I think it's the only way forward. Yeah, it'd be cool if you guys visit our website, mourningblackstar.com, and I'm sure you guys will have some graphics or something that can link them to it. We make sure that people know we're from Cleveland. That's an important aspect of it. A lot of bands don't get to tour out of Cleveland. In a lot of ways, it's a media desert. So thank you, Cool Cleveland, for continuing the good fight of independent journalism.
How do you know Thomas, actually?
Thomas started the Performance Art Festival in Cleveland, started Ingenuity.
I did know that, yeah.
So, you know, if you don't know Thomas Morready, you probably haven't been booked to do anything in Cleveland.
Good interview.